Yep, kinked it. Dang it. Right there. That's what I did not want to do. Back in here this morning, back on the main lines that we were working on last weekend that the wind took down. So today's goal is to get this 1.25 inch wet line. It's the bottom line on the wet dry. Pulled apart. I got to cut it here someplace in the middle. I'm going to find a connection point because there's got to be a connection with a stainless steel fitting. Cut it. We'll pull this upper half, this pipe, all the way up to the other end, and we'll take this lower half all the way down to the bottom, and then we'll bring it back together right underneath that high tensile that we put up last weekend. We got a lot of snow. Whew, it's about a foot deep or better, but the old man's on the other end. This is what I could come up with. I forgot my hitch. It's in the garage and I don't feel like driving back, so I've got a yellow strap hooked around it right here at a clamp, so it should hold. And the old farmer's technique, I got a flathead screwdriver sticking through my receiver to help pull the other end of that strap on. So I'm going to take off here and turn my phone on, and the old man's going to watch the other end, make sure we don't kink this, and I'm going to pull this all the way out across this field here as far as I need to until we get the other end that I cut off right to right here where I'm standing, and then we can reroute it right back in up there, over there to our new high tensile going down through. So we'll see how this goes. Hey, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take off. I got it hooked up. All right. We have to holler loud because I can't hear over the side by side very good. Yep, kinked it. Dang it. Right there. That's what I did not want to do. Well, at this point, I'll probably just pull the thing and fix it after the fact. I got fittings, so this is what it is. It's kinked here. I'm just going to cut it off. There. Now we should be able to pull that section up. I'll just have to put another connection in. I didn't want to do that, but I'm ready. I'm going to start pulling it. Just make sure it don't kink, all right? Anywheres else. How farther we need to go?
Not bad. I see it coming though.
All right. All right. Right out here in the middle of this big field pulling. That it?
A little bit more.
Well, can you just pull it by hand now, or how much do you need?
No, you can pull it.
Is it where you're standing? I see ya.
Yeah, right here.
All right, I'm gonna unhook. I'll be back. All right. Well, I guess we got it pulled up. Long ways out across this field. I'll probably just take this out of here for now. Leave that in there. We can pull that back. All right, so we got it pulled up. Now we got to go back, pull it by hand, back up around, and then we're gonna have to pull this all by hand back down through the woods. This ought to be interesting. All right, so we're doing pretty good. We got both these lines cut. We got them all dragged back together. So now we're wire tying this temporarily up. So what I do is you put one of these up under here like this. One pole. See how it's got space under it? We want it loose for right now because when we get to the other end, we're going to hook a Chinese strap around this, and we're going to pull this as tight as we can get it to tubing, and we're going to attach it to the tree, pull it as tight as we can. This will bring it right up tight to this. Then we'll go back through and put these wire ties on every 12 inches. Yep, because if you don't, see what that looks like right there? See that big droop? You'll get sap in there and it will droop. You might like this tool better.
Yeah, I'll pull down on it.
But yeah, you can go, if it's above your head, we'll wrap it around and we'll go on the bottom side. It doesn't matter what side this ties on, just as long as it's holding. I don't like putting them close to the tree because we're going to pull this tight. This pipe will slide down, so if you put it closer, this will wedge into that. So for now, just keep it away from anything where the wire tie could get caught. So when you go to tighten it up, you go a little bit more again.
You
See
can,
how
you can retighten them?
Yeah, see, you go once, see how that pulls out? It's like a spiral.
See where I went in the bushes? Must have tripped over something. Yeah. Next one will be easy. We got a path made. We keep making paths all the time.
Yep. See how that's nice and kind of tight up under that?
That's good. I pulled it down there best I could.
All right. All right, got to show you something right here. Dad saw this when he was coming up through. This had to hurt. A deer must have tried to go underneath our high tensile right here. Well, it must have skinned its back, because look at the amount of hide on the ground right here. Look at that. Is that his belly or back? Looks like. Yeah. You can see the deer tracks out through there. Yep. Never seen that before. That's kind of cool. All right. We're almost back to the side by side. We're going to grab on this blue pipe. All right, so we're going to make this connection down here at the end anchor tree. So this is what we call a Chinese strap. I don't know what else you want to call it, but this will slide over this pipe like this. We'll put 2 clamps on this. We'll fish this pipe so it comes out the other end of this. We're going to hook my come along on that tree, hook it right around this, and we're going to pull this pipe as tight as we can get it. Which, I don't know how far we're going to be able to pull that, so we'll get this situated. That's what we want right there.
Yeah.
So that way we can still get the pipe through this. So that's going to go like that. So the reason we put these clamps on here, I've seen these straps pull off this pipe before. So putting clamps on here allows it to, it's not going to slide.
Golf tee.
Huh?
I'm ready to play golf. I got my golf tee.
Wrong time of year for that. We got to get the come along out of the back of the side by side quick.
You got to go up on the other end?
I will once we get going.
What I do?
We'll put tension on it right now. Let's see, which way do we usually have that? That's by the tree usually. It's got to go on this end. That. Definitely could slide that back a little farther. Something like that. All right, now we can put some tension on this thing. We'll see how that works. Definitely gonna reach.
You got to make sure the corner's not bended.
That's a long ways up there. So what we just did, we just pulled this pipe. See how nice and tight that is now, right up underneath the line? Right up under it. So I've got to take a ride to the other end with the side-by-side because we got a corner up there and make sure it's not pinched off up there. So Dad's taking his car back down. He's going to run the ratchet. Definitely pretty loose up here. Yeah, I'll show you. See the space underneath the line between the wire, high tensile, and the pipe? That should be right up like that. So this is pretty loose yet. You're talking 1,000 feet here. I'm not sure how far that pipe will stretch in 1,000 feet. There's some sort of mathematical equation, I think, but I don't know how to figure that out. Maybe somebody watching does know. They can let me know, but it doesn't really matter. We just have to keep tightening it until that's right up tight underneath that high tensile line. So he's gone down there, and he's going to call me when he gets down there, and we'll start cranking on it again. It's end of the day here. We had a good day. We got this 1.25 inch wet line all up. There it is. So I think tomorrow we'll come back in here. We're going to put the high tensile up for the dry line, which goes on top. And then while I'm gone for work this week, the old man's going to start wire tying this wet line up. So this is what we ended up doing here at the end. Got the Chinese strap on it, hooked to a tree anchor right in there. So Got a few connections to make, but things are looking up. So thanks for watching.